G'day guys, Aussie FIFA HD and welcome back to yet another FIFA 21 skill move tutorial episode on my channel. But it's not just any episode, it's a top 3 skill move episode. And what we're learning today is the top 3 cancel skill moves in FIFA 21. The cancelling feature brought to you this year in FIFA 21, and my god, have I got some good skill moves for you guys to learn in this episode. So without further ado, let's get into the intro, and then I'm going to teach you guys the top 3 skill moves, top 3 cancel skill moves in FIFA 21.
Griezmann, 3 men around him to somehow find some space. Ronaldo, fantastic, opening the drive. Ronaldo on the ball, he's made himself the tiniest bit of space. Absolutely ridiculous. The Elastico on the goal line, the finest of margins.
He's not here to make up the numbers.
The Berba spin cancel. Again, a skill move cancel brought to you in FIFA 21 because the cancelling feature is a new feature brought to you this year. What a skill move cancel this is. You're able to use the Berba spin to feint, and you know, your opponent thinks you're going to cut inside, but really you don't, and you continue running. And I find this is very handy for pretending you're going to dart into the box or, you know, cut inside, but you continue to push on and score a goal. As you can see up here, you know, you can score some wonderful goals with this skill move cancel. To perform it, what you need to do is basically you need to use the cancelling feature, and that's the L2 and R2 button pressed together, and that will cancel a skill move. It will cancel any skill move this year, but essentially to perform the Berba spin cancel, what you will need to do is you will need to obviously trigger the Berba spin, and what it is you're pointing forwards and then to the side of where the player is facing, and they will perform the Berba spin. Depending on which side you want them to Berba or cut inside, it will depend on which way you flick to the side. Okay, so we're talking from a degree perspective. You're flicking forwards, which is 0 degrees. You're then flicking either 90 or 270, and they will spin either way. We're talking from a clock perspective. It's 12 o'clock, you're flicking forward, and then you're flicking either 3 or 9 o'clock, and basically the player will do the Berba spin. Just before they do the Berba spin, you want to tap the L2 and R2 buttons, and that will cancel the skill move. This is basically how you do it in FIFA 21 with any skill move, and it's obviously how you do it with the Berba spin cancel. And my god, is this skill move good. You're able to pretend you're going to cut inside, you know, you're feinting, and you know the opponent thinks you're going to cut inside, but really you don't. You just continue running, and you're able to push forward towards the byline to cut it back and score goals. And as I said, also you can use it to kind of feint inside. They think you're going to put in, you know, cut inside to the 18-yard box. No, you hit them with the feint, and basically you can have a finesse shot outside the box, or you know, just take a normal shot and score yourself in goals. But that is the first and one of the best skill move cancels in FIFA 21. But let's move on to the next skill move cancel. The feint forward and turn cancel, again brought to you in FIFA 21 because the cancelling feature was brought to you this year in FIFA 21. To perform it, you need to learn how to do the feint forward and turn. Quite obviously, what you need to do is you need to flick backwards to where the player is facing twice, and they will perform the feint forward and turn. It's quite easy. We're talking from a degree perspective that is 180 degrees to where the player is facing, and you flick it twice in that direction, and they will perform the feint forward and turn. From a clock perspective, it's 6 o'clock. Okay, so it's quite simple. You then need to hit the cancelling feature. It's L2 and R2, quite obviously, and basically they will cancel it and continue to run on. This is very, very good for pretending you're going to go back the other opposite way, but you keep going. Again, it's similar to the Berba spin, where you pretend you're going to cut inside, or you pretend you're going to go the opposite way, but you hit them with the cancelling feature. And what this does is allow you to feint the defender away and essentially continue running on and beating the defender. And for me, you can use this in anywhere. You know, you can use it in the box, you can use it just outside the 18-yard box, even in the midfield. But I have found it is very useful, in particular, out on the wing, because you're able to pretend you're going to go back the other way to bring the ball back around, but no, you hit them with the cancelling feature and they continue to run on. But that is the second skill move, the second best, in my opinion, of a skill move cancel in FIFA 21. But we're going to move into the best one, in my opinion, and my god, it was overpowered at the start of the game, and it still is. Let's get into it. The Croqueta cancel. What a skill move this is. Brought to you again this year in FIFA 21 with the cancelling feature. And the Croqueta cancel is one of the best and most overpowered skill moves with the cancelling feature this year. A lot of the pros have been using this from the start and even now, because you're able to flick in and out and you're able to dart in and out in directions, and essentially it's very hard to tackle. As you're seeing here, I can use the Croqueta cancel to essentially go in a 90-degree angle. You can go backwards 180 degrees if you want to, you can go forwards even. You're able to use this to your advantage, and for me, it's one of the best. To perform it, you need to learn La Croqueta. Quite easy. You need to hold down the L1 button and then either side to where the player is facing, but you need to hold it. Okay, so it's either 90 or 180 degrees. So you're holding down L1, you're then either holding 90 or 180. Okay, so it's either side, and they will perform the La Croqueta. From a clock perspective, it's holding L1 and then either 3 o'clock or 9 o'clock. So either side, holding that for them to perform the La Croqueta. And as they're doing it, you then need to trigger the cancelling feature. This will take practice. It's one of the hardest skill moves that I'm doing for you guys today in this episode, but if you guys get it down pat, my god, is it good. And I've taught it to you guys on the channel before. The individual skill moves are on the channel if you want to check them out individually, but again, I'll go through it once again with you. You need to hold down L1. You then need to either side hold the right analog stick, okay, either 90 or 180 degrees, or 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock, depending on which way you better understand it. Holding that direction, once they're performing the La Croqueta, you then need to hit the cancelling feature and use the left analog stick to go in the direction that you want to go. Okay, depending on where you want to cancel out to will depend on where you flick or you hold the left analog stick. Okay, the right analog stick is what you use to perform the skill move. The left analog stick is basically what you use to choose the direction you want to go once you've cancelled the skill move. And as you're seeing from here, you're able to dart in and out of defenders' feet, and you're able to, create those angles that you wouldn't be able to do with other skill moves. And for me, the La Croqueta cancel is one of the best in FIFA 21 in terms of your cancelling skill moves. Okay, it's probably the one that will take the most practice, but once you get it down pat, lads, you will benefit. You will reap the benefits of it, and I can guarantee you that. But that will see you at the end of the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Smash a like, drop a follow, sub, and on my Twitter, drop a follow, drop a sub on the YouTube channel. 13.6k. Thank you so much for your support. It has been tremendous, lads, and I really do appreciate your numbers, how you turn up every video, like the video. It's just amazing. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. But that will be the end of the episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm out. Sayonara, au revoir, and goodbye.